Hey y'all, welcome back to Today in Music History for May 22nd. And let me warn you, there's going to be a couple of gross ones in here today. You'll see what I mean in a second. It was 14 years ago today in 2011 that 4 dead dogs were found in sealed containers at the house of former Kiss guitarist Vinnie Vincent. He was being investigated on for domestic abuse. They found the dogs. He was arrested and later released on a $10,000 bond. And I remember when that story broke, and it was just, crazy. It's like, who puts dead dogs in Tupperware containers? I never looked any further to see the result of that because other things came up around Vinnie Vincent at the time, and I'm just not even going to mention that. So yeah. And then 54 years ago today in 1971, the iconic the masterpiece album by the Stones, Sticky Fingers, started its 4-week run at the top of the American Billboard charts. And in addition to that cover that was conceived by Andy Warhol, and everybody knows that cover, with the zipper on it, which incidentally a lot of people dislike that zipper because when you put the albums, when you were stacking them in your collection, that zipper would mess up the album in front of it. So yeah, there's complaints about that. But in addition to that cover, that Sticky Fingers is the first time that the that logo, the tongue and the lips logo, that everybody is one of the most identifiable rock and roll logos. But Sticky Fingers was the first time that it was used. So yeah, craziness, crazy. You like that, Ben? Crazy. And here's another gross one for you. 1967, or I'm sorry, 1958, 67 years ago, the story broke that Jerry Lee Lewis married his 13-year-old cousin, Myra Gale Brown. Apparently they were in England, and somebody noticed this little girl with the entourage, and they asked her who she was, and she's like, "Hey, I'm Jerry Lee Lewis's wife." So yeah, that whole story broke. He was 22 at the time, right? Which the whole it became a whole controversy, and the tour was canceled after only 3 shows, and he was sent back to America as basically a pariah, which is yeah. Ugh. And they got divorced in 1970 on grounds of adultery and abuse. I mean, that's not really a shocker there, but yeah, that's 67 years ago was when that story broke. And happy 59th birthday to Johnny Gill of New Edition. Happy 66th birthday to Morrissey from the Smiths. Everybody knows Morrissey. And happy 75th birthday to Bernie Taupin, who, as we know, is the co-writer with Elton John, all those classic hits. But my favorite thing Bernie Taupin ever did was co-wrote Alice Cooper's From the Inside, which, as y'all know, was my favorite Alice Cooper album. So yeah, happy birthday, and tune in tomorrow for some more Today in Music History, and hopefully it won't be as gross.